A pregnant liberal woman took so much Tylenol after hearing Donald Trump say it causes autism. She's now in the ICU and is going to possibly die. So the executive director of American Frontline Nurses got a very frantic call at 4 a.m. from a husband whose wife is now dying of liver failure on a ventilator in an ICU because she was trying to prove that Tylenol doesn't cause autism because of what Trump said. Now, this, in my opinion, is classic Trump derangement syndrome. And we have to get to a certain point in society where we have to have a serious conversation about this. It seems that people on the left, it seems like Democrats and liberals, just do the opposite of whatever Trump says in protest. I get there are cases where you want to disagree with Trump, and that should be contested. We live in a free democracy. We have a public square where you can contend and disagree with ideas. But to do things, especially when it comes to medical things, you're a pregnant woman and you OD on Tylenol, basically, because you want to prove a point. Let's listen to this.
So it's about, it's going to be 6 a.m. finally. And for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend that you do. I got a call, a very frantic call at 4 o'clock in the morning from a husband whose wife is now dying of liver failure on a ventilator in an ICU because she was trying to prove that Tylenol doesn't cause autism because of what Trump said on the news. Mind you, that's a Harvard study. Now, whether or not you believe the Harvard study or not is not the issue here. The issue is that she's somewhere between 23 to 25 weeks and she overdosed on Tylenol. And she's going to die. She's not going to come off that ventilator. And the guy got my phone number from somebody. Somebody gave it to him. I mean, guys, it's early in the morning. I'm still in Hello Kitty sweatpants in my gym trying to work out. And she's going to die. It's going to be, let me tell you something about Tylenol overdosing and death, is that if you aren't administered the antidote, it is a very slow and painful death, okay? Because Tylenol, as well as Benadryl and aspirin, are the three most common OTCs that people will typically try to unalive themselves with, so it don't get censored. But now people are just taking massive amounts of Tylenol to prove Trump wrong. I mean, weren't these the same people who put Harvard and Fauci and the pillars of science on a pedestal? And now they refuse to believe it. Like, I don't believe it either. But I'm also not going to go overdose on Tylenol either. And it's just so sad because he has to make the choice of them going and trying to emergency deliver this baby. And the baby may not survive. Baby's going to spend a long time in the NICU. Hopefully the baby will survive. And remember, guys, preemies have complications even if they do survive. I didn't ask him if he had more children. So, I mean, let's say this woman they had more children. They lost their mother. Baby's not going to grow up with the mom. He lost his whole life if this baby dies too. All because of TikTok challenges, guys. Everybody wants, well, not everybody, but maybe these crazy liberal women. They, literally hate Trump so bad that she killed herself and her baby, potentially. I'm just I don't even have words for this because it's such a waste of life. It's such a waste of life. This was a preventable situation. This situation didn't even have to exist. It wasn't like she woke up and was in a car accident, a freak car accident, or something fell off a building and killed her. She willfully did this herself. So I don't know. What are you guys saying? I've got to stay off TikTok because that's all the nonsense that I keep seeing right now. And I'm going to try and hopefully finish my workout in my Hello Kitty sweatpants now that I'm done helping. Well, I mean, probably not done helping this guy. He keeps calling. But I don't know. Pray for these people, folks. Pray for them. They need help.
Now, it's just a very sad story because I think this is a classic case of when you make Donald Trump conservatives the right to be the most evil beings that have ever existed, and you call them fascists, Nazis, every kind of evil thing, you contribute to the hysteria that causes people like this poor woman to do things like this, because she hated Donald Trump so much. She opposed conservatives and Republicans so much that to prove a point, despite it being a Harvard study, like guys, it was a Harvard study. We can't act like Trump did not make this study. He didn't write this study himself. It was a Harvard study. And because of the hysteria that people contribute to when it comes to political hysteria, it caused this result. And I want people to pay attention to that. If you are someone who is a dissenter of Trump, when you contribute to political discourse on that level, you are creating situations that potentially lead to situations like this. Now, what's also sad is that people found this tweet that Tylenol put out in 2017, where it says, "We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Thank you for taking the time to voice your concerns today." This is before the MAHA movement. This is 2016. Trump barely was president. He most likely didn't say anything about Tylenol or autism then. It's been a well-known fact that Tylenol does not recommend its use for being pregnant, but people disregarded this because they hate Trump so much. Here's another woman, 28 weeks pregnant, and look what she does.
28 weeks pregnant. You know what I'm gonna take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen. It's gonna work like a charm, and my baby won't have autism.
These people are acting like it's the ice bucket challenge or something. Like, I don't understand. Like, you're pregnant. You're pregnant and you want to prove a point. Doesn't make any sense to me. Here's another woman. I don't really understand the logic. New trend on TikTok, like I said, like it's a dance trend or something. But like I said, people were pointing this out, and what's interesting is that now the media is doing something very similar to what happened during COVID, when ivermectin was being recommended by some doctors. The media is kind of playing this, people forget that we have receipts, right? Reuters in 2013 said Tylenol during pregnancy could affect development. And now in 2025, they're saying not backed by science. Clearly, what's going on here, Reuters? You guys literally wrote the article. Did we forget? NBC says Tylenol has been recommended as a safe option for pregnant women for decades. Again, Tylenol said, we don't recommend our product while pregnant, and it hasn't been tested for use during pregnancy. Look at this headline from NBC. This person says, look at how CNN's reporting changed once the Trump administration warned about the link between Tylenol and risks to neural development. Obama says Trump's Tylenol announcement was violence against the truth. Trump links autism to acetaminophen use during pregnancy. Despite decades of evidence, it's safe. Common painkiller should be investigated for possible risks to developing fetuses, experts say. This was 2021. Study links acetaminophen in pregnancy to ADHD, but experts question results. Tylenol during pregnancy may increase risk of hyperactivity in kids. So this is something that has already been contested over and over and over again in medical studies. Here's a bunch of medical journals contesting Tylenol use over and over and over again. This is something that is dangerous because the media, in their ultra Trump dissenting manner, are saying, no. It's safe, guys. It's safe, guys. Despite medical records saying otherwise. And even these same outlets covering what these medical experts are saying. This reminds me of the Joe Rogan situation when it came to the horse dewormer. if you guys remember that.
I have to sue CNN.
I don't know. Do you?
They're making shit up. They keep saying I'm taking horse dewormer. I literally got it from a doctor. It's an American company.
Mm-hmm.
They won the Nobel Prize in 2015 for use in human beings.
Yeah.
And CNN is saying I'm taking horse dewormer.
Yeah. What? So
They must know that that's a lie.
Well, there's a lot of people saying it.
Right, but a lot of people can say it.
Okay.
Like the internet says it. Who cares?
sure, but
But
it's,
CNN is saying it. Like,
oh, man.
bro, do I have to sue?
So like I was saying, we need to have a serious conversation on Trump derangement syndrome and how the media tends to react to the things the Trump administration does and says. And it's always in a combative manner. And this is why we've seen when it came to the Biden administration and it came to Jake Tapper wrote that book, Original Sin, it was reported that journalists just took the Biden administration's word for it. And in contrast, they don't believe anything the Trump administration says. So there's an issue we have in politics, and this is kind of like media literacy 101. When it comes to a Democrat White House, the media always gives that Democratic president the benefit of the doubt. And when it comes to a Republican president, the media will never believe anything that Republican president says. So you as the constituent, you as the American citizen, how are you supposed to navigate politics when this is how the media acts when it comes to our various White Houses, our various presidents? But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Share, like, and subscribe.